What if showing up isn't enough? What if just doing the work isn't enough? What if ticking the box isn't enough? These are the questions that I think need to be asked. And, well, if I'm being brutally honest in this situation, I'm asking it myself. I've said many times, a lot of the times I do these things because I'm talking to me. I'm talking, well, sharing the things that I need to hear as well, not just you. That the messages that I wish I'd known, I wish I'd heard, I wish I'd seen. And sometimes the ones that I need right here and right now. But what if just getting by isn't enough? What if just doing enough to say you did it isn't, well, enough? What if more is actually required? At what point do you reach the tipping point and go, well, you're not actually doing enough to provide the value that you are? Is it worth giving that effort? Is it worth showing up and doing that stuff? Is it worth continuing down this line? At what point do you go, well, enough is enough, and I actually need to give way more of this to myself. I need to give way more effort. Because there are degrees of effort. There are degrees of showing up. You know, there is showing up to the gym and doing a workout. And that's fucking good. Compared to the guy on the couch, fantastic. Look at you fucking go. You know, that's a great win. But the guy who's in the gym giving absolutely fucking everything, who's leaving it all on the table, who's pushing every rep, who's seeing how far he can take it, that guy's getting 1,000% more out of that situation than the guy who's just showing up, the guy who's just ticking the box, the guy who's just, well, existing. And I think that's the difference. At what point does it become you either need to go all in on yourself or call it a day? And I personally am reaching that point very, very rapidly of, well, how much effort am I willing to give to continue staying at this point? Look, I've made drastic changes in my life. I have achieved incredible things since starting this Demanding Greatness. But, well, I said I'd be honest with you, so I'll be honest with you. There's hesitancy and there's fear and about pushing this to the next level, about pushing this into being something powerful and that moves the needle for not just me, but men like you. And there becomes this one of, well, like Cortez and the boats, you need to burn the motherfucking boats. And I think this applies to fitness. I think this applies to business. I think this applies to, well, all of it. That you need to be so all in that there is no other option. You know, the stories of Cortez and the conquistadors, that is not how you say that properly, but nonetheless, that he gave the order once they'd landed that they would burn the boats. So there was no other option. They either conquer, they win, they dominate, or they die. And there is nothing else in between. And I think a little bit of, we need that kind of attitude. While you have safety nets, while you have other options, while you have something to fall back on, well, it's really easy to just show up and tick the box. And obviously there are circumstances that are involved in this. There are things that will blur these lines. You know, If we're talking business and stuff, if you have a family, like I do, I have a wife and I have kids. My incredible wife is a stay-at-home mum. Our whole financial security depends on me and my business. Can't burn that to the ground to chase something else. But at the same point, that safety net means that if it doesn't work, if I don't push this forward, if I don't do what I feel I'm called to do with this, well, I still make really good money on the other end. I still make good money. I've run a very successful gym. So there's always an out. And I think that's the same with fitness. It's like you need to, well, take the plunge. You need to dive all fucking in. You need to leave anything and everything that was holding you back. You need to take that off the table and you need to leave yourself no other option. Because if you're doing work to stay exactly where you are, unhappy and fucking miserable, well then something needs to give. That is not a good place to be. That is not a healthy place to be. You're literally putting time, effort, money, energy, consistency into something that is just keeping you exactly where you were. Yeah, consistency is admirable. Yeah, it's impressive. Yeah, it's like one of those things. Like, as I said, I'm up to day 410, something like that, of this. And I look at that and go, wow. But am I reaching my potential with those decisions every day? And if the answer isn't a resounding fuck yes I am, well then I need to start looking at those actions again. Now the health and fitness side of that, I've got that locked down and I'm making progress and it's fucking killing it. It's good. I'm solid on that. I don't need to look at that. It's the business side. It's the changing people's lives side. It's the growing it into something else side that I need to start asking the question. I need to start making impacts on lives. I need to start seeing you change your life. And what's the saying? Help enough people get what they want and they'll help you get what you want. I think there's a lot of truth in that. And I feel like I'm making an impact with these videos. I feel like I'm making a difference and it's getting out there. But is it making the impact and the difference that I know it should be? Oh, I can't answer that with a resounding fuck yes. The answer is it's doing something. But if it's not making the impact and doing the things that I wanted to do in terms of benefiting you, benefiting me, benefiting my family, leaving a legacy of change, well, then I need to be completely brutally honest with myself and recognize that it's potentially just a stroke of the ego thing. Then I'm out here just talking shit for the sake of talking shit. So at what point do I elevate the game to make sure that it delivers what it's supposed to? That it's not about me per se. And it's not that this isn't helpful, and it's not that this isn't good. It's that I am just ticking the box. I am not giving it my absolute everything. Well, because I haven't gotten there yet. And I was thinking about this the other day, because I got the comment that I am not successful enough to be giving said advice. And look, I think that's bullshit. You know, I've dropped 30 kilos. I'm running a very successful gym. I'm building out a successful secondary business. Like, I think I'm doing very well. My wife is retired. I have 2 perfect kids. I have a life that I enjoy and I'm happy with, but not satisfied with. Yeah, I think I'm pretty successful, but it put this idea in my head of maybe I should just document it all for the next 12 weeks, 16 weeks. Show you exactly everything, the whole process, everything that I do, and just share it with you. Just show you the path as I build a better physique, a better body, a better health and fitness, and a better business. And overall, just build a better life as I change your lives. And I think that's what we'll end up doing, because it's either jump or quit time. Spent a lot of time in front of this camera. I've spent a lot of time, well, giving it everything I have for you, sharing everything I have, doing the work and documenting the journey. But I've either got to make the commitment to truly buy in and be like, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I was called to do. Or I need to decide that this was fun and I'll move on to the next thing. But I don't think that's an option at all. Well, it's not even that I think. I know that's not an option. I know that this was what I am meant to do. I know that this is what I was called to do at this point, was to launch Demanding Greatness, to make an impact, to change your fucking lives. Not just mine. Not to gatekeep this and hold this in, but to inspire you and hold you accountable and make you do the work so that you can lead the life that you deserve. That is what I was meant for. But I need to either shut up or put up. So it's time to put up and actually do the fucking work. Give you the opportunities and the inspiration on all levels to do what is required. Yeah, I need to keep showing up here, but I need to show up with greater intensity, with greater consistency, with all that kind of stuff. As I said, it directly applies to health and fitness. Then you need to do those things as well. Then you need to either shut up or put up. Not just show up, not just exist, but do the fucking work that is required to show up and, well, deliver everything you need. That you are capable of so much more. But just floating through and ticking the box isn't going to deliver that for you. It isn't going to give you what you truly want from this life. So it's time to stop acting like it will and step into the fucking arena and do the work properly. To do it like it was meant to be done. Do it like you know it was meant to be done. With intensity, consistency, and effort. You need to do that, and I need to take my own words of advice. Because I know that's what is required in the health and fitness. I know that's what's required to deliver the body and physique and the life that you dream of. I know that that is what is necessary. But I need to use those tools that I've developed through health and fitness in the other areas. The honest answer is I need to stop being a fucking bitch about it all and actually get stuck in. Actually get stuck in and do the work that is required. Give the maximum effort. Start eating my own hard truths and deliver that to you. Because I think when I live and step into congruency, then everything else will fall into place. Because at the moment I am living incongruent. I am saying one thing, and yeah, I live it on the fitness side, but on the other sides I'm not. And so until I can step up and live it on all areas of my life, well, I think this is going to continue to be a struggle. So it's time to put up or shut up. And I don't intend to fucking shut up. I intend to keep doing this. I intend to keep flogging this. I intend to keep pushing this forward because I believe in it. And I believe in you. So I'll leave that with you. I'll leave that as it is. And I know that we'll talk again soon. But be ready because the fire's coming. We're going to burn the boats. And we're going to go all in. It's time to see what is possible on the other side. So I'll talk to you soon.